Guys, can I have a second with the car? Alone. I just need to say goodbye. Reload. Reloading. Reloading. I'm gonna reload. Weapons over here. Look out now! Reloading! Reloading!
Most massive of shout-outs to Gun Noodle for the call-out on that. My microphone deciding to really just apply itself wherever it wanted. That time it applied itself to my speakers. So you actually couldn't hear anything at all because it was on my speakers. So that was really cool. Speakers usually don't have microphone capabilities, so you wouldn't really expect it to be picking that up. But I'll move along. Let's get at the most important part, which is that we are here for the grand finale of the Remnant Cup.
Check the rooms.
A Chinese Cup hosted by ABP, A Blue Pigeon, during a national holiday that they have had. In comes a Charger, going to be missing. And honestly, I mean, we got to pay attention to the fact that Ave Mujica is really not having any issues at all through here. Now, this is Dark Carnival, so we are going to expect it to be more survivor-sided. But they have only taken 4%, and they're all the way through here. Now, before we get any further in the match, I do want to lay out some... well, let's see the hit first, because we got a Charger, Jockey, Smoker, and a Spitter. Low ping game, of course. Everybody, like, maximum of 50 ms of ping. So, it in my opinion, does make it a little bit harder to actually land the SI trickery in this situation, and they are going to be able to all drop, no problem. Now, tank comes in. This is not a tank that you see every day with this, and they have a Spitter as well, which is not going to help them at all. Survivors are able to push it forward while the tank goes for his cars up above. And that is indeed what they're going to do. They're going to have to do with this car as well. But anyways, while we wait for him to get his cars, I do want to lay out some technical limitations for y'all. We don't have first player cam. Camera's not going to be super smooth. And we also might be having issues with the server itself, because we are connecting to mainland China. So I just wanted to lay that out for y'all. We're working with what we got. But this is a grand finale. This is the best that China has to offer here in 2025. It's honestly been a while since we've really seen many Chinese teams interacting or really having any visibility in the Western scene. So this is a great little litmus test here with this grand finale. Two teams that I didn't really expect to be making it all the way through. Soon and Osu both signed up for this cup. Cat Revenge was in this cup as well. And it's Ave Mujica and Peepee who make it to the end. Tank is trying to deal with this car, but he loses 1k. While he does that, Smoker Charger from behind already spawned in, giving the audio cues. This is a pretty dangerous situation for our SIs. It's already second pass, so Money can't really afford to be losing these two SIs that are currently being hunted by Ave Mujica. Rochelle's trying to get in there, but they do manage to stay alive. 52 HP on the Smoker, which means even a shotgun should be able to finish off the Smoker if the player starts getting pulled. This needs to be absolute perfection with the smoke. It's getting caught out. The early smoke works. Charge is sent randomly and it doesn't. Jockey lands and is overtaken by the Smoker. As the Jockey gets M2'd, it's just going to be a single end cap. Surely the tank is going to go down. With that, actually, he gets one more smack in, but he will go down with that. Getting 119 damage in. Let's see on the pickup. 71.3%. Definitely got, I mean, he got 5 punches in. so he did get a good chunk. But still, over 1,000 points on this Chapter 1. SI is going to try to send it in as Ellis is limping across, not popping his pills. Boom over, not a huge deal, but the Hunter is not going to land. No Hunt spit, no Jock spit, no spit at all. Well, Ellis will run into some for fun and lose some DB for his team. But everyone else is going to, you know, just walk it in. Okay, great to be bringing y'all a morning match here. We've got plenty of Bloodfest tournament on the horizon and another World Cup as well. But, you know, those matches all signed up for the evening times. So it is good to have one here in the morning. That early smoke. And keep in mind, the tank had no cars to work with. And the Charger jockey didn't get a ton of value. So it was really important that that 50 HP smoker was able to get that early smoke for the tank smack. Continuing on. We've got that 2-2 to start us off. Hunter. He dealt with jockey as well. Don't know if it's going to be a 3-1 spit or a quad, but either way, PP deal with the first hit without taking a single point of damage. And that's not too surprising. It's definitely a very survivor-sided hit. There are only 2 capping SIs to shut down, but still, it's 0 damage taken, no friendly fire, no walking the spit. Let's see if they can keep up the perfection during this underpass hit. Should be quite a bit harder. This really is like the spot for the SIs to get damage in, as well as the hotel area, the motel area while they're walking across there. It's another good spot. But we'll see. Ave Mujica really needs to start pushing some damage through. It looks like Rochelle is set up on the back line, and for good reason, because that smoke is ready to catch her. They're going to go for the back line. They're going to double team Rochelle. No, that Hunter acts like he... Wow, Hunt spit. Huge smoker isolation. Amazing hit for Ave Mujica. That was so beautiful. 10% on the hit, getting the Hunt spit, getting the smoker as well. You saw Rochelle was like, oh shit, that's a Hunter. I'm backing it up. Smoker immediately catching her out while she's looking the other way. And the thing is, the Hunter didn't even go for it. They didn't double team. I thought they were going for a double team, but it was just a bait. Oh, and the boom lands. It's a tri-cap as well. The only player not getting hit was the boom guy. The team is desperately trying to guide him to get the clear, and he will actually get the clear pretty quick on that Hunter. I mean, his response time was about 30 seconds faster than my Pug teammates, but still, it's going to be a ton of damage coming out once more. They're down 30% off of 2 hits. That second hit worth 20%. No spit. Beautifully done by Ave Mujica to continue damage. That charge is going to be a little bit awkward, but maybe he can finesse it. Look at all the comments wrapping around Nick. He goes YOLO on it. Smoke pool just for a moment. They do still get a smack. You know, not the strongest hit, but you can afford to have a pretty weak follow-up there. And I like how they send it there instead of trying to make this work. Because, number one, we do get to cycle into the SIs faster here to be able to back up the tank. What does he want to do here? Mr. Secret, he gets chipped for 100. Hunter Jockey hopping from behind, and it does look like they are going to be able to cause enough of a ruckus for the tank to climb up here and start hitting additional cars in. So we are going to have a Smoker, Boomer, and a Charger. Smoker actually sneaks in there. By the way, they've managed to get another 5% just during all the chaos of them dropping down, bringing in the tank, even without a concerted effort on the hit. But anyways, we've got the tank. He's got 4 cars able to hit in. Right now, it's just like a barricade. He's like blocking himself in, and he's tossing rocks. But he's second past 80%, so he is going to have to go in here eventually. He definitely does not have the ideal formation. In fact, I think he's going to get a jockey here. I really think you want a smoker. He hits one over. But it's a good threat, but you got to be very careful with how you use the rest of these. Another second car, which is really, really, really out of the way. In my opinion, an overhit. Definitely doesn't want to let the survivors be able to walk up this path. He wants to keep them trapped. He wants to have the escape. See, now he's got 3 overshot. Now he's okay. He's playing with this last car. This is really dangerous, and he overshoots that one now as well. They need to be running. No, now he feels like they feel like they can't run forward. They're playing all around the cars. But the hunter is dead. Rochelle sidesteps. Rochelle sidesteps. She sidesteps the charger. Can she empty the jock as well? Yes, she can. Rochelle, aka Rops, just like he does in the Counter-Strike lobbies, putting the team on his back, getting the job done. Coach continues to avoid cars, and Secret has been very effectively outplayed here. I didn't really think it was possible. I thought that they had this shut down ready, but as it appears, they will get absolutely nothing with this tank. Maybe 10%, which is still not bad. I mean, it's still going to be Ave Mujica winning the round, but really well played by PP. Split second decision making that they had to commit to, and in fact, I clipped that over the 20% hit in the motel just because I thought that this was such a sick finesse by PP. They worked this tank exactly how they wanted him, and this was dangerous, right? I kind of missed the start to the clip. I don't want you to be looking at the clip. But think before we got to that point in the clip, we had the 4 cars on the hill, and one by one he hit those cars so deep, and it started feeling like, okay, now the survivors have gone right where they want them. But then all of a sudden it felt like that was not the case once we get to where the replay started right here, and it's like, oh shit, these survivors are in Car City, but Rochelle Rops puts the team on her back. Deals with the charger, deals with the jockey, 2-for-1 deal while dodging the cars, and it left the survivors having to do nothing other than shoot the tank. That's all the other 3 survivors had to do, was shoot the tank, and coach had to watch out for these, very unfortunately placed cars. Really, really, really well done. In comes the hit. Nice little double cab with the double charge as well, and 2 away the smoke. But look, the charger is not being dealt with. 17% on the first hit coming out of Ave Mujica. I'm sorry, of PP. Gotta get the scoreboard up here. 2-2. Hunter Smoker M2's away. The Hunter. Awkward. Now we got a quad sack. No, they keep the spit alive. And I think that this is smart. You see, oh, our boom spit are the last 2 alive. Okay, sack them in and we get a quad. But I think that this is a lot of times a better positioning. You position that spit where it's not going to be suiciding in afterwards, and you can just hold on to it. And now they've got a much, much better alleyway hit, which is surely what they're going to line up for. We saw the SI's Team PP considering going there, but definitely going to be lining up for this alleyway area. We got the spit, which is so effective on its own through here. Potential multi-charge scenario as well, which is what the Survivor team just walked into. Look at how carefully they're approaching this. Only 1 player in the alley at a time, but the Charger still manages to land into the spit as well. Beautiful one-shot skeet by Secret as the Rochelles of each team continue to do everything that they can for the team, but the charge spit is still a doozy to hit. Or to take, rather. And the spitter manages to stay alive once more, but the spit's not going to be useful anymore, as the tank is going to come in the hands of Rops. Rops was so damn effective at running around the tank, but the question is he going to be able to shut down the survivors, or is he going to get given the ran around as well? Boom, spit do die off. Again, I would have loved to see that spit die way, way, way earlier. because when the double boom lands, I feel like that tank can just immediately go in and not even care. In my opinion, I would have loved to, they would have had like a smoke hunt ready to go. I think, you kill that spit off, you get the boom, double boom, and you're in. But regardless, they're going to hold instant smoke clear. The hunter gets one shot skeet by Secret once more. This guy is a skeet machine. He's eventually going to go for Nick. One smack, make it two. But he is dead. Two smacks is all that they're going to be able to get. And that is a beautiful tank by the survivors, rather. The way I word it made you're probably like, huh? Yeah, that tank was pretty rough if you are from PP's perspective. But from the survivors, they did such a good job. Not just of melting the tank, but also of instantly shutting down the SIs in such a proactive fashion that the tank didn't have anything to play off of. There was no cooperative effort there, but how about a double spit? We have the hunter, we have the jockey, but he's got this thing that he's standing on, and he's fine? And the survivors are going to be able to keep pushing forward. Now, that's a little bit much. Okay, that's definitely one way to deal with a hit gone wrong on the survivor side. Just, get a little ledge out of nowhere. Smoker into Charger. Smoker into the charge. Charge does not get the spawn. Crucial that he got the spawn there. Needed to jump spawn, but he didn't get it. Spawning too close to survivors, of course, doesn't let you spawn. And look at Secret. He instant clears a Smoker. He chip levels the Charger for 220 damage, and then he team skeets the Hunter as well as Secret. He got 40% of the SI damage as well. I mean, this guy is putting the team on his back. It's Rochelle versus Rochelle as far as I'm concerned in this lobby right now. As we watch it back, this tank fight was brutal for Team PP. They had been doing such a good job up to this point, but I mean, hey, keep in mind, I mean, we got two players bleeding out, but Tank just wanted to send it, instant smoke clear, Hunter gets skeeted, and that's that. I think it's a smart decision by the Tank to start hitting Nick, but he does just get two smacks, and that is it. As we go back to the live match, this was a huge hit by Team PP, but there is no spit. There's a high possibility that this gets locked down. We'll certainly see as the hit's going to be coming out shortly. Instant spawning in. Not going to be able to land on Rochelle. It certainly looked like Rochelle was going to get locked in the safe room and smacked down at least once. Not going to lie. But instead, PP only eats 3%. Not bad at all. Going to be able to block spawns up here, which makes the situation awkward here for the SI team. Do they want to hit here? And if they do, how are they going to get around the rocket spawns being blocked on top? Jockey is trying to climb up, it looked like. What is... Okay, he's just going to walk it in from behind. I like that idea, but the Hunter was not ready on the follow-up. And they have this pincer move, but it doesn't work because they weren't timed properly. Now the spitter gets picked. They go into a quad formation, which is not what you want. At least not at the alleyway. Survivors are definitely taking their time, though. I will say, which should allow them, I would love to see them just send it really fast here. Maybe even send in the charger first. Guarantee that you get the charge. Try sending that. Okay, they're giving too much space, and they are not going to be able to get the best of both worlds. Again, I would have loved to see them just send it in, but they have high hopes for this quad. Are they going to send it in the alleyway? It's certainly unorthodox, but, I mean, a quad's a quad, and an alleyway's an alleyway. So sometimes you can't just put a square peg through a round hole if you really believe in yourself. If the hole is large enough, okay. And oh my God, are you shitting me? Way, way, way too close to PP getting quadded. They will be able to shake it off, but big jockey damage in the meantime. Beautifully, beautifully done. Amazing attempt. Really proving me wrong. Sometimes you got to work with what you got. And Ave Mujica certainly came close to making that happen. Gonna try to delay with the spit, but they're unsuccessful at doing so. This spit was the tank, so he's just gonna send it in. We've got a fountain boom perhaps ready for the survivors to start pushing. Or maybe he climbs up the side. Or maybe he booms from below the stairs. Instantly popped by Coach. Really good job getting plenty of space for his team and preventing that boom coming from the stairwell. Really heads up play by 1US, who was like leading the train there in that moment. And now the tank is going to be in Fresh. The hands of Fresh. See what he can do. And he comes. No hesitation. Rocket charge. As they all four back up at the same time. One smack locked in. E-Rock with the jump over the fence. No, he can't get over the fence. But he's going to be able to cash in another rock. Into the corner goes Row. Is he going to be able to kill her? 2k HP left. No dodge that time. Just got to try to finish her off maybe? I don't know. Not going to be able to make that one work. I feel I would have... No, I guess there's no way. He was just too low HP to be able to finish that job. You know, when you're watching, you're like, oh, you gotta kill her there. But I just don't think he would have had enough HP. And survivors do manage to lock it down. But Rochelle, not able to put the team on her back that time around. The Battle of the Rochelles here in this grand finale so far. We are here on Dark Carnival, going to be followed up by Parish for Chapter 2. And if there is need for a decider on Chapter 3, it will be Open Road. Charger missing. Charge spit here. Final hit. Charger 85 HP, going to try to decommit. Hunter's hopping around, ready to go in as well as Coach leads the way. Trying to clear some space for his team, but they do group up as 3. Okay, they make it through a choke. In comes the Hunter. No, he's just going to be making them hesitate. Smoke charge. Charger immediately lasered. No hunt spit. Couple smokes ticks as well as a scratch. They will be able to walk it in. Over 1,000 points for PP right there. As PP does lose the chapter once again. This time it is going to be very close. Only 100 points or so. And honestly, last time it was quite close as well. So you can see the lead is only 252 in favor of Ave Mujica. But it is, in my opinion, the underdog team making it happen. We've seen some amazing plays out of PP. Not just in this cup, but also in Bloodfest tournament. Look at that. And Coach even got stumbled, bro. Coach even got stumbled. Like, oh, man. And the thing is, I don't even know how that smoker guy got cleared. Like, I want to see. Did he self-clear? Maybe that's what happened. Hopefully, if we go live, I'll go live. But I'm going to try to see if we can see how that other guy got cleared. Smoke comes out. Okay, so it was just because the Charger missed. That guy was stumbled. He was knocking that smoke tongue clear. Wow, really, 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 really intensely close by Ave Mujica. Just can't quite tie the knot. Hold on. Okay. As we continue on, 43% tank. Is that at the... I think that's after the drop down. I think they're going to be backing up into a corner here. Boom comes out. They're trying to skeet him, but they can't. Charge, laser, double boom. Still managing to get in. Jockey just for a moment. Very meager little hit there. Meek and meager. I don't even know what the 4th SI even was. I didn't see it. Okay. Some scratches. 3% on the hit. I mean, considering where that hit is, I think PP is going to feel fine about that. Really wanted to send in another one. This is a great choke point for the SIs. They have to feel very confident to at least be able to find like a hunt spit or a charge spit here. And if they could get 2, that would be even better. Charger missing. Hunter coming in after the spit already goes. Charger does get a smacker too. But you gotta hand it to Ave Mujica. They are making it through without any major disasters. Question is, do they have to drop down or not? I'm almost certain that they do. 39% does look like they're gonna have to drop it in. Not gonna be able to try and just a one boom. Just a one boom. Smoke comes out with the jockey. Just some scratches. Spitter as well. Safety corners easily. Plenty of common damage. Maybe some friendly fire too. That's really what they're working with more than anything else, is common damage. Survivors are going to take this opportunity while all the SIs are dead to clear out the commons and get geared up here for 1US. 1US has been such a clutch player for Team PP. He has a pretty straightforward tank here. I'd say there's a fair degree of skill expression involved with this tank, but a lot of it comes down to, you know, can your SIs get some action going? Otherwise, this tank is just going to get vaporized. Look at the chip, by the way. Secret doing an amazing job at chipping this tank for over 1,000 as Coach joins in as well. Make it 2,000. He's still not okay. That was kind of awkward by Coach. Charge comes out. Now the Hunter comes out. This is actually, this is awkward on both sides. Because the tank is not losing enough HP. He gets 2 in caps. All the SIs are dead. Surely he's going down, but there's only one gun shooting him. Okay, he goes down. Definitely not the, I would say not the cleanest situation for anyone involved in that. But he does manage to get 2 in caps, which is huge here on Chapter 3. Gonna be trying to shut it down at the roller coaster for sure. And even if they can't shut it down, if they can just slow them down dramatically, there's only one set of pills left. We got War Turtle in the house. You are tuned in, my friend, to Remnant Cup Grand Finale, best of 3 between PP and Ave Mujica, both teams representing China, of course. As this is a China-only cup, let's see if any pills are available. One set. Rochelle walks right by it. Okay. That's certainly something that you can do. You can say no to drugs if you want to. For me, in a post-apocalyptic scenario, I would personally not be too worried about the implications of potential drug addiction or abuse. I would be popping drugs like crazy. In comes the smoke charge, jockey and 2 away. Charge getting the smacks. Look at the smoker as well. Baby Blue is going to go down, but they've done it. Sure, they get 1 in cap, but they pass them the pills and they keep it going. I think that this is solid here for Ave Mujica, the survivor side. I just can't I can't stop thinking about how awesome it would be if you just happened to have another set of pills available to you somewhere on the map. You'd be able to get Coach and Rochelle up to full speed across the reset area. But look at that. They can't get the jockey cleared. This Spitter doing plenty of damage as well. Look at what the fuck is this? Okay. That was crazy. I don't know. Look at this. Dude, Secret is this ZXXX? This guy is he plays just like ZXXX. Like, he doesn't give a shit. He goes in far as he can. Does not give a fuck. Charge drops in. I don't understand what the point of this was. So we're going to double team Nick here and try to down him. I would have loved the desperation reset. But, alas, going to let him through. Going to let 171 bonus through as well. Wow. I don't know how to feel. I truthfully don't know how to feel. I feel like I don't have a good grasp on which side this round was good for. My initial instinct is to say, oh yeah, this is huge for Ave Mujica, but the survivors have been playing so well on both sides that this could potentially be a comeback situation for PP. The most dangerous part is the fact that it is that drop down tank, which means it's basically guaranteed that that tank is going to get plenty of damage in. Let's go ahead and start watching back the replay here, as that's exactly what 1US did, was run it down and start smacking it around. Gets, I don't know how he caught Coach like that. Coach was just like, here you go. Getting the double lane cap. We've got Sino in the house as well. Welcome in, my friend, to the Remnant Cup Grand Finale. Ave Mujica versus PP here on map 1. 3-1 to start us off. I like the aggressive send from PP. Looks like Ave Mujica might have something else in mind. No, they are going to go ahead and... This is kind of weird. This is a little bit weird because this hit's not very powerful for the SIs. And if they hit this late, the survivors might be able to push it through into the control room, which obviously is not good for the SI side at all. So I don't know what the plan is here. Probably going to need like some kind of boom if they want to slow down the survivors enough. Rochelle continuing to put the team on her back. One boom. Smoke boom, die last. So you get the good, they get a perfect follow-up hit. But the question is, are they even going to get the opportunity to do it? Let's go ahead and flash forward here, because this is really where the SI team wants to send in their hit. Rochelle certainly taking her damn time, but look at Nick. He makes it all the way through. We're blocking some spawns. Desperation spawn. Hunt. Charge, and it's still gonna work. Double in the spin with multiple smackdowns. Huge hit onto Coach, and that was beautiful. Sometimes desperation plays are the perfect plays. Really, really memorable play out of Ave Mujica to decide to just send it, even though Nick was so far up. It ended up working perfectly, whereas maybe if PP had slowed it down and taken that hit more methodically, they would have been able to shut it down. Hard to say. Spit gets picked, but it does shoot out before it can, or before it does get picked. Hunter's ain't gonna catch! Coach in the corner with the spit blocking the way, getting a couple more percentage points. Really smart SI play out of Ave Mujica. It's not like insanely effective, but it's definitely effective enough, and it's very smart. Really thinking above the base level here is Ave Mujica. XTH is going to be the third tank of our match here. He so far has only managed to get 7 points of SI damage. But there's going to be another 24 added to the table as a smoke pool into the rock of XTH. Beautifully done. Okay. Pulls out another rock. Great little curve scenario as Ellis does try to punish him. We've got the Zhuang B, which means this phrase kind of means acting like you're a badass when you're not. And that was kind of a Zhuang B moment. Oh my god! The double charge! This is a disaster here! Hold on. Wait, we got two players almost in cap, but they're not down. He's just going to spread the love around. And he goes down.
Damn it now.
They're all going to have to pop their pills, but PP will have an extra set available to them that Ave Mujica said, you know, drug abuse resistance education is for me. Both teams on the dare life mentality. Okay, no, they do realize. Dude, if Alice walked past it, I would have just left the server. I would have turned off the stream and I would have closed my computer and I just would have gone back to bed. If Alice walked past that set of pills, I literally would have just turned off the stream and went to bed. Okay. We've got a quad ready to go. Look at Rochelle! Girl, you in the danger zone, girlfriend! Oh my god! Money don't care. Hold on, we still have the smoke pool. Gonna be able to clear it. Beautifully done. And PP's up. They're up. Wait, am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that phrase? We'll allow it. We'll allow it. Smoke pool trying it once again. Not gonna work. But the jockey will with the spit block. Beautiful clear on the tongue. Still gonna be able to get the hang onto Nick. Just die, bro. Just die, bro. Just die, bro. Question mark? K? Kaka, bro. Essay, boom. Okay, we're keeping the boom for this. I would love like a smoker or a jockey. Either one would be amazing. That's what they would have got. But instead, we're going to keep the boom alive. Oh! Again, Rochelle with the madness here. Just predicting the Chargers' movements. And don't get me wrong. It's pretty predictable. Like, what else are they going to try to do but reset you? 330 points. This is going to make us even. This should make us pretty much completely even. Maybe a slight lead for PP, but I'm not sure. They've definitely done what they needed to. We're going to have one hit left, but XTH is dead. Smoker Hunter Jockey, no on the hunt. Well done by 1US. Look at Nick, bro. It's just vibing out. They lose 15 points as they walk it in. Is that going to be enough to tip the scales in favor of Ave Mujica? Yes, it is. That 15 damage ending is actually going to put Ave Mujica. So, oh wait, no, they're in the lead by about 100. My bad on that one. My bad on that one. That's not going to flip the scales. It is still going to leave Ave Mujica up by about 100. But we go to chapter 4. And we see where that leads us. Now, I don't know what I clipped. I think it was the roller coaster here. This was crazy by PP. I mean, what was this? We've got a quad ready to go for Ave Mujica. All the pressure in the world, the smoke. But look, Rochelle, look at the charger. Look at this. Mind control. Literally mind control. Charger, smoker, jockey, and a spitter. PP ready for the rocket spawns. They're going to try to overload Nick, and in fact, they will be able to. Jockey is going to die off, so not going to be able to get any more action in there.
Reloading.
7%. Nice little triple team onto Marblue. Or Baby Blue. I believe that is Marbulu. A.K.A. Marblue. Alright, what is love? Gonna be the tank. He's got 3 dumpsters. I mean, what a quintessential tank, right? This is gonna decide it all right here. This is going to be deciding it all. Can we get any wipes for either team? It's just going to be you either get wiped or you don't. Unless both teams survive a wipe here. Which is also very possible. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, for example, if a player gets killed, gets incapped and then killed off by a dumpster, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Rochelle with the drawability. Once more, we got Secret. Oh my god! Chill out, dude. Rochelle just getting smacked around. What is love is going to take her into the corner. We do have a dumpster to play around. One smack. Can't get the clear. No, he is going to get the clear. Chargers and there. Double cap on the back line. Double cap on the front line. One goes down. Charger finally killed off. Oh my god. The dumpsters are too much. But what is love is going to go down. Just going to be one in cap. And that's it. War Turtles singing along. I mean, it really is just an international club banger there. What is love? Okay, so we got 60%. Definitely enough to work with here for Ave Mujica. There is an end cap that comes out. They ate way too much SI damage. They continue to eat it up. Bow! Down goes Ro. That is going to be her first end cap. But the thing is, yeah, she didn't pop her pills. She was actually just like, I'm just going to eat this hit for the team, put the squad on my back once more, and then once I get picked up, then I'll pop the pills. Welcome into Dave. Here with the Remnant Cup. Grand finale here. PP versus Ave Mujica. Yes, that is their name. Respect them, please. Charger just going to be getting a stumble. Oh, the jockey stumble into the hunt catch with the spit. Rochelle's got to run through the spit. Nasty little hit out of PP as they keep the pressure going. Still got some work to do, though. Still got some work to do. Obviously, this area is going to continue to loom over the heads of Ave Mujica. But if they don't take hits through here, if they don't eat a ton, they've got 2 sets of pills to bail out these bleeding out players. And they could get across the finish line with bonus. Which, again, is not easy to do on Chapter 4. Nice attempt with the charge. But Ave Mujica is too quick with it. Their TTK, their time to kill, is too low. And PP is having trouble dealing with it. Also, their hits are just feeling a little bit segmented. You know, we got the smoke spawning in 10 seconds later than everyone else. Just kind of sending that in. And it feels like Ave Mujica has got them a little bit flustered. Honestly, I mean, they've got to finish the job here. Jockey does manage to get in, but where's the rest of the team? Jockey comes in, Spit wasn't ready, Charge wasn't ready, and then I think that was a Boom. Yeah, Boom just gets popped. I think they just went for the quad. They try to line up the quad here. Can they get the payoff is the question. Look at Ave Mujica. They've got all these commons behind them, and barely any are spawning ahead. This is such a strong strategy by them. Quad's going to come out. Charger catches. Jockey M2'd. Hunter, Smoker going to land. Big damage, but they should be able to get in with a couple hundred bonus. Yes, indeed. Trying to shut it in. 290 points. Smoker dead. And they will be able to walk it in with 287 bonus. That is one of their lowest chapter scores. I think that is their lowest. 788 points. Which, again, you know, I mean, it's like, on one hand, it's not every day that a team gets into the safe room on Chapter 4. So you're feeling like this is good for Ave Mujica. But then on the other hand, PP has been killing the survivor sides as well. So this definitely leaves open the door for them. I think it's really just going to come down to how this tank plays out, folks. Look at this beautiful double cap. Hunter Charger connecting in the bumper car area while the tank gets a corner with the jockey. Dude, if that jockey did not carry into the M2, that might have just been a bona fide double cap there on the backline. That jockey just doesn't even get cleared. It's possible. It's genuinely possible. I don't think we're going to have time to watch it back one more time. We got one player left to ready up. I want to try to watch it back one more time if they let us. And we're not going to get time. Let's go ahead and go back to our live game. Jockey, Charger, Smoker, and a Spitter. PP are going to choose to take this more cautiously than Ave Mujica. Jockey's still going to hop in. Oh my goodness. And it looks like they give us an XP split, which I'll get into in just a second. Ooh, easy charge spit start up the round for PP. Jockey does get laser down, can't keep her in the spit, but it's still going to be 5.5% on the play. Not a bad first hit to start us off. But it looks like the survivors have 6,500 combined hours, while the special infected have 10K. Of course, these could be Smurf accounts. They could be low hour accounts. It does feel like a full team. Yeah, I might not even be translating that correctly. It might be 40. Maybe they have 41,000 hours Maybe that's more likely. All of them have 10k hours. But regardless, let's focus in on the actual match here, because this match really could not be closer. After 3 chapters, it got narrowed down to only 100 points between these two teams. But in the other chapters as well, I don't think it's ever exceeded more than like a 250 point gap between these two teams for the entire Dark Carnival. So this has been a really good game 1. It's about to get decided right here. Doesn't matter how much you win by in a best of 3. It just matters that you win. We've got pings coming out from TPP. Where did they ping? I can't even see. All right, rolling it in. This is definitely a player I'd want to have as a tank if I was on the SIs. They're going to let a double cap as well. As a tank just runs straight into a double smack. Okay, now he's going to send Ro into the corner. And he's instantly going to go for the CHD, the Certified Hikori decommit, and go for a rock. Nice clear on that as they do manage to get the pickup. 1 in cap, though, with 1,300 HP left. Still pressuring the dumpsters as well. Trying not to go AI. His plan is definitely to play around this dumpster. Hunter and a boomer. What else do we have? 4 XTH. 108 or 1k HP left. Great attempt with the dumpy. Rock comes out. Not gonna land. Kind of an awkward way to end this. I don't know if he even got that smack. Definitely got enough bonus to work with here.
Hey, I'm reloading. Reloading.
That is actually crazy, Cedo. I knew I had to be misreading it because I was like, I know these players have over 6,000 combined hours. They have an average of 6,500 hours and an average of 10,000 hours of Left 4 Dead 2 on the side of Ave Mujica. Okay, that is some serious time spent playing Left 4 Dead 2. They have got 70% of the bonus left, and it looks like the team that only has about half the average play time as the other may be the one getting the come from behind victory here in game 1. But we've got a quad waiting in the midst. It looks like the charge is ready to pull the trigger as that final SI, rather the final survivor goes over. They get the hunter catch. Wow, Nick just knew, and then the player jumps down. What the fuck was that? Jockey gets M2'd away, smoke full. Okay, that was definitely something out of PP. They just had a sixth sense there. Maybe he caught him out. I certainly didn't hear anything. That was certainly something. That was certainly something. Okay. 718 bonus remains, which, remember, the survivors, or Ave Mujica, only walked in with 288. So if they can walk in with only half of this, then they're good to go.
Reloading here.
They will win the game.
Reloading. Kill the clown. He's attracting more zombies.
I mean, that's gotta feel horrible if you are Ave Mujica to lose your quad in that fashion. But they've got another one ready to go. They lined up another quad during the event. Quick smoke into the jock. Look, the hunter trying to cover. Oh my god, one by one. The charge is gonna land as well. Oh my fucking god. Is this enough? Look at the jockey carrying away into all the comments and she goes down. What? What? The complete self-destruct of Team PP as they get hit one by one by a quad. Look at Ellis here, bro. The spawns already. Spitter coming. No spit. What? Where's the spit? Are they still gonna win? Holy shit! They lose. They lose by less than 30 points because of that quad, which was not a quad, which was a quad. I don't the GG question mark gets called. It's a best of 3, so I actually don't know if finale is allowed or not. That was a certified platinum throw. As it does look like we're going to be going finale, y'all. It looks like finales are allowed here, even with this being a best of 3. Look at this. Look at that jockey, bro. He's not even looking at her, and she's like, oh, I don't need to M2. Oh, man. What a stunt. 1 by 1. Even the charger landing? Are you kidding me? Okay. So he says no map 5.
Reloading.
And he's saying the rules say that there isn't a map 5. So we are going to go to the Parish. Game 1. Let's go. Let's watch back this last hit one more time. Game 1. Surprisingly enough, going in favor of Ave Mujica. Unbelievable. What was this? What was this? I think the idea was they wanted to separate enough because they didn't want to have, multiple jockey stumbles or multiple players getting hit by the charger. So they do like a long single file line, but in response, Ave Mujica just snaps them up 1 by 1, and they're too far away to get those individual clears. Wow. I mean, even just one M2 on the, like, even if Rochelle had just won that M2 war with the jockey, but the jockey's looking the other way, and she doesn't M2 it. That was crazy. That was crazy. Beautifully done. Okay, that is going to conclude us for campaign 1. We're headed to the Parish. At this point, PP have to win the Parish, or it is going to be Ave Mujica winning 2-0. If PP manages to win, we will go to the decider, which is open road. Going from 2 vanilla campaigns to a custom campaign that has not been played too much in the competitive circuit as of lately. We've got Maruru God in the house. Much love to you, my friend. I'm doing excellently, and I hope that you're doing good as well. Great to have you in here. I don't know if this is discussion going on. He's like, how did nobody warn me? I don't know if he's talking about that last quad that we saw. Or how did nobody remind me? Something like that. Okay, we got one ready up to go, and we are going to be going straight into it with Ave Mujica starting off on the survivor side, up 1-0. Let me go ahead and add a text box here so that we can keep track. Okay, still waiting on our one ready up here from What Is Love. Okay, gonna go into it. Power couple. Alright, let's get into it, folks. We got a 2-2. Beautiful. I mean, dude, Secret has been crazy on the skeets. Secret has been absolutely crazy on the skeets. They go in and bring in the tank, but we got the double boom. Okay, in the meantime, the other survivors are going to go aggressive here. Maybe try to get a little bit of chip onto 1US. Rochelle goes and she keeps the shotgun. So she's not going to go too crazy aggressive for chip. They really don't get much chip at all. Yeah, okay, let's see it. Let's see it. It's easy for him. Just a little show off. Just to let us know that he could do it. Just to let us know. And the spray afterwards as well. Just to be like, yeah, I did that. That was me. I did that. We got a Hunter Charger jockey. He's just going in. Splits some 2-2. Awkward spot for Pete. Oh, double smack. And he's got him in the same room. We got a double gap. Oh my fucking god, they are dead. What is it? Dude, what was that decision on the smack? Sometimes the best course of action is inaction, Tank. Dude, he had them trapped there. Okay, well, I think this should be enough. The coach is gonna be able to, okay, 1900 HP left. I can't believe he doesn't just hit coach into the fucking water, the Awakening style. Like, dude, you're in New Orleans. The Awakening literally takes place in New Orleans. That was canonically something that you needed to do. But instead he's gonna drop into this weird spot. Wow. PP's gonna let this fall through their fingers, maybe. They got a smoker, they got a charger, they're gonna group up and yeah. This is really, really, really smart by Ave Mujica. Look at the charge! Oh, great attempt. Rocket not gonna land. Oh my god. He's gonna try to grind him out as a result. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, nobody dies. Dude, what is that? Oh my god, I feel sick. And I'm not even on Team PP, and I feel sick. I feel malaise coming over me. Don't get me wrong, the damage is still good, which is what they need to stay focused in on. Is the fact that they got insane damage they're going to get rid of. I thought the rest of the DB right there, but actually they've got plenty of DB left. 43% somehow. Gotta focus on the good side here for PP, which is that they could still win the round by quite a large margin. But it is a heartbreaker that they don't get to also rip away all this distance as well. Oh man. Simple enough shutdown. Let's watch it back, folks. Let's watch it back. Look at 1US rolling it in perfect 2-2 split. The double smack? Dude, you got them dead to rights. Hold on, pause. Now you need to chill. Look at coach. Dude. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. Oh my god. Now, I will say, obviously, I'm going to say something really obvious, which is that it is easier for us to see the right play when we're looking overhead. When he's in first person, he's like, oh my god, I'm going to hit Rochelle and she's going to be stuck in the corner. That's awesome. Like, okay, yeah, but at the same time, like, just because you don't see coach doesn't mean you don't know exactly where he is. There's only one place it can be, which is right behind you. And if he's right behind you, that means he's looking at the ocean. He's right there. Maybe he was going to use this little thing to block himself. Maybe there was some kind of tech there. Maybe there was some kind of reason why the tank was like, I'm not going to hit him. But regardless, from my perspective, oh my god, all he had to do is keep them trapped there. I cannot believe that they slithered away from this situation. The question is, though, is PP going to get wiped here? Usually we don't see wipes coming out, which is what made that situation even more shocking. It was a pretty large misplay from the survivors. But anyways, we are going to get into it.
Reloading.
And Nick is definitely ready for it. Got the pause. War Turtle says, just merciful. Yeah, definitely felt like a bit of a throwing contest. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all know I love pretty much every map. But I think Chapter 1 of the Parish is just so stupid. You know what I mean? It's good it's only worth 300 distance. Just get it out of the way. Let's move on to the real chapter here. Or to the real campaign. Let's just get it out of the way. There's going to be 3 possible outcomes. You know each of the outcomes. Outcome 1 is that they get wiped. Outcome 2 is that they barely make it alive and get pretty much as much points as Ave Mujica got. Option 3, which is very possible as well, is that Ave Mujica only manages to get 1 end cap and the SIs get shut down and PP manages to get about, 500, 600 points. And we saw how close Chapter 1 was. Dark Carnival was never separated by more than 200, 250 points. So this is still a very great opportunity for PP to be able to get a gap. And we have seen that gap be, 300-point gap could just be the game with how close these two players are, or these two teams are performing. So, obviously got some emotions to dust off after that tank. Maybe more me than anybody else. I mean, honestly, all the other players might have been already past that. They might have been feeling fine about the way the tank played out. And I'm over here like, oh my god. Like 20 minutes later, like, oh my god, that tank on Parish Chapter 1. So they're discussing something called FZ. I don't know what the hell a FZ is, so I'm not going to worry about it. We got play or not play, something. My world, something. What are you doing? We got just go. Who knows? He's saying I'm hungry. Hopefully not going to be having this pause much longer because, again, this could go the distance. We could have a 3rd campaign after this as well. And we also had a fun fact of this match that was included by the tournament host ABP, which was that Team PP potentially has 8 maps worth of matches to play this weekend. I don't know how that's possible. I'm assuming two best of 3s and 2 best of 1s. Not sure, but this is really just a drop in the bucket here for PP. They got a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 to play this weekend. All right, y'all. Well, it does seem like we continue to wait. We've got 4 minutes on the pause already. I'm going to do something that literally always works, which is I'm going to start playing music for y'all. And right when I start playing music, the match will unpause. So hang tight. I'm going to start playing some music, and we'll be back in just a moment. Hello, everyone. Just giving you all an update on what's going on because we have been paused for 13 minutes now. Oh, and we do have ABP weighing in at the exact same time I started to give an explanation. Thank you, ABP. ABP says Shiv FPS boss called him. His boss called him, so he had to leave. And that is why there's a long pause here. That's all that he knows. That's all that I know as well. We've got people chatting away in the in-game chat, basically being like, "Where are you? Like, let's go." And then the other team's like, "He's not here yet." So that's y'all know as much as we do at this point. Hopefully we'll be able to continue on because we have a lot more Left 4 Dead 2 to cover, especially if this goes to the third campaign. And also we got a late start, which means, it's going on 10 p.m. in China, I believe, right now. I think that we are 12 hours apart right now. So, it's going to start getting late. Fortunately, it is a... well, I was going to say it's a Saturday night. Yeah, it is. It's Saturday night for them, so that should be fine. Hopefully going to get into it shortly, y'all. Hang tight. Hello, everybody. At the 34-minute mark of this pause, shout out to those of y'all who have stuck around. I'm sure that there's not many of you who have stuck around through this over 30-minute pause, but I'm sure some of you have. We are trying to get this PP versus Ave. We're trying to get this PP. Let me rearrange that. We're trying to get this Ave Mujica versus PP game underway. It does look like we've got Shung subbing for Shiv FPS, which of course Shung is a very well-known player in his own right. As far as if this is an upgrade or a downgrade for Ave Mujica, I'm sure they'd rather play with the main roster player, but I don't think Shung is really going to have too much of an issue integrating himself in. And it looks like he's still playing, so I'm actually not sure. Is he still playing or? Well, either way, they get double boomed here as the tank comes in. Going to be in the hands of XTH. See, he's literally just rolling it in. They go for chip. They get 200 points of chip. Tank is climbing up and around. Survivor's desperately trying to clear out commons. But he is going to drop in. Splits some 2-2. We're not going to be able to get that double smack. Just we're going to be getting a single on Rochelle. Into the corner she goes. And down she goes with one more. 2k HP left on XTH. Jockey, Smoker, and a Charger to shut down. Charge Shock lands. He's got this guy cornered. Smoker ready for the follow-up. He's going to go ahead and finish the job. I think, no, he does not finish the job, but he's got him in the corner, and that will finish it off. Simple enough as they get the wipe. 30 minutes of waiting just for that. 54 points is all PP is going to get. And honestly, let's be real, folks. This should be 50-50 as far as I'm concerned. This should be pretty much a tie match. But the slippery squad of Ave Mujica able to slide into the safe room with 392, which leaves them up about 340 here after this first chapter. Huge gap for them considering how close Dark Carnival was. We never had a gap this large on Dark Carnival between these two teams, so this is a huge moment here. As we do prepare to get straight into chapter 2 here. I don't know if he did he come back? Is he like good to play now? It seems like he's fine. Okay. Out they go. Boomer. Okay, Hunt spin. Jockey him 2 away. Boom. Does get popped. I think they're going into a quad with that. Well, Hunt spit. Able to somehow find a good chunk. Nothing too crazy. Tank going to be in 1% here in the hands of What Is Love. Question is, do the survivors want to push it forward? Looks like they certainly do. They're going to be trying to get some chip on the tank here as he runs away. Be able to get a little bit of damage in there. We got a Charger. We got a Hunter. We got a Jockey. Are they going to prevent the tank from dealing? Or are they going to enable the tank to get these dumpsters? It looks like he doesn't need any help. The question is, are we really going with a Charger instead of a Smoker here? We don't have a Smoker in the mix at all right now. It's kind of shocking. I feel like Smoker is such a key part. They do send in the charge. Gets lasered down. We got Juanito in the house. Welcome in, Juanito. Wonderful to have you in here as you are tuned into the Remnant Cup Grand Finale. Map number 2 here. Map 1 going in favor of Ave Mujica after PP looked like they had it locked down in Chapter 4. They had over 300, 400 points of bonus over the threshold that they needed with 1 hit left, and it went sideways. In comes in our tank. What Is Love? Jockey in 2 away. Really early there, trying to play off that dumpster. Not going to work out. Smoke pull off to the side, gets clear, and the Hunter Skeet as well as Secret de Nuit Rochelle continues to put the team on her back with some amazing survivor play. Hail Mary attempt with the dumpster, but it's not going to work. And that is going to be that no-hitter out of the tank of Team PP. 95.5% of the bonus remains for Ave Mujica, and they might just be running away with this entire series here. Boom comes out, finds two. Charger laser down, though. The most important part of the puzzle is, of course, the charge spit. Jockey gets M2'd away as well. Exceptionally done. That easily could have been the catch that PP needed. That could have been basically a tank's amount of damage with two players getting charged, and then the spit comes out, but they cleared the charge just in time. Hunter, Smoker, Boomer. Terrible follow-up hit for PP. They do get a charge if they're going to do what they can. Charger's not ready yet. It eventually does come out. The spawns are already ready to go. Smoker pull. No good. Hunter catches with the charge drop down, taking Rochelle to a different area code. But he's going to get cleared pretty quick, right? One smackdown. They do get some decent damage out of that. But that is it as Ave Mujica continues forward. 83.2% of the bonus left for them. We got a spitter. But this is really, really, really horrible for PP. I mean, don't get me wrong, PP could also get a no-hitter, but they're going to be at best like tying this chapter. This is looking good. Hunt spit with the charge connection. One. Jockey being a nuisance as well. Two. Oh, okay. Now that's some good damage out of PP. Desperately needed damage at that. Very, very, very much some necessary damage that they did manage to find. You usually don't see that drop-in hit really working out, but it just felt like Ave Mujica got caught off guard a little bit. And that is something that can happen. You know, you do so well on that early tank, and you're like, we got this chapter in the bag. And you start rushing forward. You stop communicating as much. And you stop locking it down. But one thing that will get locked down is that beautiful double shot kill on the Hunter as What Is Love dies off. He's not able to combo it into a Hunt spit. Spitter is still alive here for PP. Charger, I believe. Jockey right. We got the Charger now. We got the Jockey landing. Oh my god, you know what I think he did? I think he did the thing where he pressed the left click like he had to spawn in. Like he was spawning in. Charger will land, spit comes out, follow up spit, ricochet, trying to spread through, and it will spread. Down goes Coach. Well done to get the damage out there. Pickup comes out, and in they go. Locking it up. And you know what? I think that was just a situation where you forget that you're already spawned in and you don't need to left click to spawn in. I've done that a million times before. It just hasn't been caught on camera in a grand finale of a tournament match. Let's see. What Is Love trying to bring in the dumpster. I thought this was a great attempt, but the Jockey goes in on a guy who's looking straight at him. There was the verticality factor there, where maybe he's hoping that the guy doesn't look up, but that's going to be pretty difficult to land it. And it's an early Jockey. Like, why don't we have an early smoke? Like, let's think for a second. What if it's a smoke over there that's getting that early pull into the dumpster? But regardless, we don't have time to consider it much more because we are headed into it here. 2-2 is the only hit that Ave Mujica is going to get until we bring in the tank. Hunter, Jockey with the boom spit are ready to go. Spit's hanging out. Needs to remember he's already spawned in over here. No more extra left clicks. Hunter, ready to go from behind the white van. Jockey going to be aiming to drop in. But that's okay. Hunter immediately takes it. And then Jockey trying to get the follow-up, but he doesn't get it. Oh, man, that could have been even more damage, but it's still some really, really solid damage. Almost 10% worth. Hey, I don't think Ave Mujica got 100% max efficiency as far as their damage, but when you get that much damage coming out it doesn't really matter if you get maximum efficiency or not. I will say, we've still got 3 players with 100 HP, and this double cap is certainly going to help out with that. Oh my god, PP is falling apart here. As the tank gets brought in, are they even going to be able to chip this tank down? Because they just rushed it in and spawned him in. They don't even get any, they do get a little bit as he queues up a rock. He does give him a little bit of damage. E-Rock attempted. He will be able to get around the brush. Wow, really just a horrific situation for PP. Eating that charged smoke combo on the front line? Are you serious? They have got to get it locked in here. Honestly, from seeing both teams play, I thought it was going to be Ave Mujica who were the underdogs. But these Ave Mujica guys have got 10,000 hours average playtime. And you know what they say about 10,000 hours? They say it makes you a master at your field. Can PP take down the 10,000 hour masters here? Dumpster is over. They look at the boom, but they do, of course, look back in time to be able to dodge a dumpster. It was tantalizingly close, but not quite close enough. Another dumpster attempt, but he's got to be... Oh my god, he's got to be careful here not to AI the tank. They can totally do it. 40%. He's cutting through the middle of the, the maze area, trying to get vision desperately. 20%. 15. He does get vision. For the time being, desperately trying to maybe land a rock, maybe do something. No, he's going to keep vision. Oh, he's going to have to send it in like this. And actually, the survivors are not getting a ton of chip onto the tank. 10%. They're still trying it. Charge comes in and gets lasered down. Smoke pull. Hunter catch. And this tank is in. He's going to be able to get it done. Down goes Nick as he gets hit into the corner. Kept in the corner. They get an in cap off of it. Disaster here for PP. Such a good attempt. Such a good attempt to AI that tank. And if they only knew just how close they got the tank to going AI... maybe if they ran into the bathroom or something. Maybe they ran around the back here, something like that. But instead, they decide to run it forward, and they do walk into a big hit. Continuing to try to run it forward, but now they're walking into all these commons. And they're just going to keep pushing it forward. This is an interesting play. Out of PP, charge drops in, sidestep, dumpsters here, DoorDash, hold on, oh, 2 for 1, a BOGO, as Secret gets it done for his team. Beautifully executed, and there goes so much bonus down the tube. 14 PP, the pickups come out, they can get a max of 700 points in this chapter, which means it's pretty much a given that Ave Mujica, worst case scenario for Ave Mujica, they're going to have double the score of PP after this chapter 2. Disaster here. They're not done yet either as they get double boomed. They're playing fast and loose here. Early spit comes out, blocks them 3-1, trying to catch Awkward Hunter. They will give up that hit, which is very fortunate for PP that they do manage to get rid of that hit. Okay, PP trying to hang on here. Rochelle is pretty much the full bonus of the team at this point. The only bonus that's getting through is on the back of Rochelle.
Turn off the alarm.
Charge is ready to drop in on these fools. Hunter, Jockey at the same time. In they go. Catching 2 with the charge, but there is no spit to follow up. Still, they're going to manage to hit Rochelle, bring down that HB as the DB ticks closer to 0. That DB is basically a foregone conclusion. Again, just going to be defending Rochelle. Rochelle is the president here. Rochelle is the president. And the other 3 survivors are the Secret Service. They got to take a tongue for her. They got to take a charge for her. They got to do whatever they can for her. Smoke pull. As you can see, they're going for Rochelle. They're aiming Rochelle. Trying to get that remaining bonus down.
Reloading.
Other survivors are slow, so they could send in here and still have plenty of time for another hit. Question is, do they want to do it as Marbulu just now comes up as a hunter? No, they are going to hold for one final hit onto Team PP. That's a crazy time to send it. The Charger just got up, and all of a sudden the hunter is just sending it because he felt like it was a good time to do it. They're still gonna get it. The stumble with the jockey into the charge, into the spit. Down goes Coach. Still continuing to milk the HB a bit as well as Rochelle drops down to about half HP. They will be able to walk in with some amount of bonus. But, oh, man, this is a depressing situation for PP. Having to wait over 30 minutes for the enemy team to get back in after just having an awful loss on Dark Carnival that they really should have had secured. I know PP is tossing and turning here mentally, trying to get back in control of this match that they are currently letting run out of control. This was such an interesting attempt by PP. I feel like they just back it. They just hold right here. They get a little bit too fancy with it. I don't know what the plan was here, but you know, you got this dumpster now, and there it is. You got all the commons too when you're running forward like that. So I don't really know what the game plan was for PP. I think they were just trying to get the ball rolling. Ave Mujica going to be trying to finish it off, but something very important that I want to bring y'all's attention to is that this tank is at 31%. So there is still hope for PP. The question is, are they going to seize the day? Charger on the head, getting just a smack. Very unlucky Charger. Hit does fall a little bit flat from PP, but they do manage to spread the love quite a bit. 3 players at or below that 96 HP threshold off the first hit. You can't be too upset about that. Although I'm assuming PP is really going to be angling for a wipe or maybe at least a kill on a player. I think they are going to be running it back. The survivors will. But actually, I'm not sure. They might be able to run it forward here as well. The question is PP going to hit? And they are going to hit. 3-1 with the boom. Hunter just in the middle of nowhere. Charger finds absolutely nothing. They do try to send the hit and a double boom comes out, but the thing that I want y'all to be aware of is that these survivors can push forward, but they're going to go and bring in the tank. There's a double boom, so they're going to choose to run it back. I can't say I disagree with this too much. I do think it's better to run it forward, especially when you have the SIs dead, but 2 players dropped down. They got boom. They were a little bit scared, and they wanted to just run it back, so that's fine. But the thing is, they are giving PP this car to work with. And this car can be very, very effective, especially if they land some caps, especially if they start pressuring the survivors into some uncomfortable locations at this area. Start pushing them towards a safe room, something like that. He's going to immediately angle towards the car. He's sending it in. Smoker Hunter Jockey. Great attempt, but Coach is ready. On the follow-up, Smoker. No, good. 1 smack onto Row. Double cap landing. No, just a Jockey. Hunter's out. Smoker's still alive. Love is being spread around, but no cars. No car hits. He is... Oh! By that low, Rocky. Okay, Rochelle is going to eventually go down, but there's no SIs to work with, and this tank is dead. That is a huge win for Ave Mujica because it takes a lot of the guesswork out of the equation. The tank is dead. Now they just have to deal with the hits as they come. And we do have 1 player bleeding out, but I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. However, they are starting to split. 1! And the spit comes out as well. I'm surprised they're able to get to clear that quickly, but still, almost going down off of that is Nick. Those are the kinds of situations that they're going to need to tighten up if they really want to just lock PP out of this game entirely. That being said, they're already at 50% bonus. So, I don't know. PP might be able to win this chapter still. They are down the whole by a pretty large margin, but it's still doable here.
Reloading.
And instead of talking about what can happen, let's focus on the current situation. As they're double teaming Nick, quick pull, and 2 away. Everything landing inside, but it's only worth 2%. And Rochelle taking it fast and aggressive. Actually, I guess it was Nick here, just playing fast and loose with the DB as well, by the way. But hey, I mean, if it works, it works. That was a little bit crazy, but it worked. So that's what you need in a position 1, is to know when you can press the issue like that. The survivors really tried to beat the clock, but they didn't. But there is no smoke. There's really no challenge here. And the SIs are going to wait for the climb up. Nick goes ahead and pops a set of pills. They've still got 1 set left. They're going to try to play it fast through here. The beautiful boom pop. Spit, yes, a little bit onto Nick. But 2 pieces gone. Make it 3 pieces. Actually, all 4 are dead. And they are going to be able to press forward. Still holding so strong to the remaining bonus. You got to hand it to Ave Mujica. They're doing what they can to lock this out. They're making really, really, really fast pace. And there's a ton of distance. You know, there's 600 distance on the board. They've already gotten almost all of it. In goes the hit. Smoker to the charger with the Hunter catch up above. It's definitely not the cleanest, but it's getting the job done as they're threatening to get over 1,000 points into the safe room. Nick does go ahead and pop the pills. Doesn't want to delay. They find another set. And they are so... I mean, they might get over 1,000 into the safe room. Smoke pool, no. They get a poo 2. PP's working with a poo 2. Jockey him 2 away. Everything dealt with. Scot-free into the safe room. It is too easy here for Ave Mujica. Looks like we had a bit of lag. So they do pause, but should be able to walk into the safe room, no problem. Woo! Nice little 1,092 point scoreline. That's going to make it even harder for PP to start coming back. They ate some hits, but I don't know if it was enough damage. This is a good attempt on the tank, but you can see this car is out of play. He just doesn't interact with it anymore. And that's exactly what the survivors wanted them to be doing. They wanted this tank to take a safe 1-player in-cap. If Ave Mujica gets single in-capped right here on this tank, I think that they are more than happy with that. They do not want PP taking a risk here and playing around the car and getting a double in cap or getting a kill off of the car. Very aggressive hit. Wow! Charger landing in the safe room.
Reloading.
A lot of the game going to come down to this tank.
Taking the machine gun.
Okay, beautiful kill on the Hunter. Jockey dealt with. Charge. Dodge. Now, I would love to see the survivors take an aggressive stance here against this tank. With all the SIs dead, Rochelle does not need to bring in the tank right now. Dude, imagine she waits. The survivors run forward, and then they get this... Okay. They get 500, 600 points. The tank goes to play with the car. First hit is up. Breaking Bad vibes with the pizza box on top of the house. Dude, that was way too close. He's just going... Okay. That's just the way it be. That's just the way it be. Kill her off. Yeah, I agree. You got a double cap here. Kill her off. And that's that. They're going to walk right into it. Goes for an E-Rock. Trying to bait him out. Oh my god, way too close. Baby Blue. Rock around the corner. Still got a Jockey, still got a Smoker. Gonna go try to catch off Coach. Jockey does die. Rock lands. Fake out. Ellis buys it. Oh my god. That Charger almost getting the job done too. My god. PP has been shut the F down. And as of right now, it looks like Ave Mujica is just straight up going to win this grand finale. I mean, obviously as a caster, you hate to be calling it that early, but that's certainly how it feels. And you see Ave Mujica immediately sacking for a quad. Nope, they're actually going to keep the spit alive. I think sacking for a quad here is not even what Ave Mujica needs to do. I think keeping the spitter is perfect. You know, you just get a couple of them cap, get a spit going, get some damage done, take away the bonus. Look at that. He goes to deal with the Hunter. He gets jockeyed. Nick is taking his damn time to get the clears. And there is some nice damage. Ave Mujica continuing to pick apart Team PP.
Reloading.
Charger, Boomer, Spitter, and a Hunter. Wouldn't be any major surprise if they did just send this out here and see what they get. Rocket in the charge, maybe. Ah, nice little ski on the Hunter, sure. Charger. Question mark. Dude, what a troll. Dude is just vibing out, man. This dude's you would. No, you wouldn't. No, yes, you would. Yes, you would. The tri-cap. They make it. Oh my god, I can't believe that worked. What is that? What is that, bro? You're gonna give him a dirt nap here on Cemetery, no problem. Oh, I accidentally clipped that as well. Y'all don't get to see the tank fight. I do apologize. That was a beautiful little tank fight, but enjoy this. Seriously, enjoy. Just a nice little treat. A little cherry on top there. I mean, I was like, what is this Charger doing? He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. What a way to end the round, as PP is going to be down about 1,600 points as we go into this. Rise saying, that charge gave me an organism. Bro, treat that organism with respect. Treat that organism with respect, bro. Enjoy. We got Hands and Face as well in the house. Great to have y'all in here. Tune into Remnant Cup Grand Finale. And it looks like this might be ending a little bit sooner than we expected. Keep in mind, y'all, Ave Mujica only won Dark Carnival by about 50 points. That was really it. It was about 50 points between these two teams. So, beautiful skeet. Jockey him, dude. We got someone in the console talking about how there was a DDoS. Oh my god, early tank. This could be a really quick into the match. And look at the survivors pressing all the way up to the tank. Smoke pull with a smack. They don't have what they want, but they're making it happen. Whoa, hold on. This isn't as good as the tank thinks. Okay, never mind. It's as good as he thinks. What am I saying? No, that was exactly as good as he thinks it is. Okay, okay, yeah, that's fine. No, that's exactly what I expected to happen there. And that is Ave Mujica potentially dropping PP a line here. What was that, bro? Charge is going to land it in the round. That's crazy. I mean, that was a little bit much, don't you think? That was just a little bit much. That was a little bit much. It made sense, I guess, in the sense that they had a boomer, smoker, hunter, so they're like, oh, this is perfect, but okay. That is definitely going to switch things up. Now, is this going to be easy for PP? No, this is not going to be easy for PP because PP is going to need 988 bonus to come back. And I got to tell you, I think PP, I know that I just was like questioning Ave Mujica's decision on the tank, but I actually think PP needs to do the exact same thing. I think PP needs to run it forward and they need to fight this tank here, because if they run back in here and they fight the tank in here, this tank is guaranteed 1 to 2 in caps. Pretty much guaranteed 2 in caps, which is going to make getting 1,000 bonus really difficult for the survivors. I think PP needs to trick the tank into like overcommitting on these cars and playing around the railings here, playing around the guards here, doing what they can. That's what I think. We'll see what they choose to go for. They do land a double cap. Hunt spit with the charge as well. Stumble in the spit. Jockey still ripping away. That's certainly not how you want to start off if you need 1,000 bonus. That's certainly not how you'd want to start off. Yeah, a ton of interactables to dodge if running away. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. This is not an easy situation here for PP to figure out. They are going to run it forward. Tank's going to run it back. Going to give them this option. I think that this is great for PP. He's even going to let them kind of inside as he plays with this car. Okay, he's got to be careful about... Obviously, they can't go into the billiard room. He is going to go ahead and cut that off. He hit the one car. And in he goes. Going to be pushing them inside with the charger. He doesn't get the spawn, though. It's not going to be an early charge. It's going to be a random, totally random charge that does actually get him smoke pool. Rochelle, baby girl, going for the melee ski. You out of your league, girlfriend. But they are going to be able to get the clears. Hold on, one player down. This is absolute chaos here. Absolute, like, what is even happening? Rops has popped his pills. Tank is 800 HP. And it's just going to be a single end cap. Jockey. But y'all, look at the bonus. Look at the bonus. They're going to get the pickup and it's going to go up. But it's not enough. And that's going to do it. I believe in an official regard that will go ahead and conclude it. As we see, they needed 988. I don't believe map 5 is allowed on these best of 3s. They already tried to do it on Dark Carnival, and the rules do not allow for it.
You realize that you're shooting me, right?
Obviously, when you're a caster, you don't really want to say things like that, but I'm going to take a realistic approach here for y'all. And be real with y'all. That doesn't mean that we don't get to see PP do their best here on Chapter 4. Maybe get a big point lock in. Make this a lot closer than it seemed. And you just think back to Chapter 1, right? Remember Chapter 1. Those of you who were there, PP had that tank. They had, or rather on the tank, they had those survivors dead to rights. Coach could have taken a dip in the ocean. Had a double cap isolation on the front lines. And they let it slip out of their fingers. Doing so incredibly well here on Chapter 4 quarter. And Nick is just going for it here. Rochelle will go and pop the final set of pills. Hunter's in. They done. Let's honestly give it up for both teams, shotgun players. Honestly, I mean, the amount of times that we have gotten the printout here for one of the shotgun players getting a one-shot skeet on the hunters, it's been one of the highest hunter skeeting series I've ever cast in my entire life. That is no joke. Charge are going to be getting in there. Smoke pull. There's no spit. Spit's on the other end. Any pills? Any pills? We do have one set. We've got the ghost. Hello? Oh, okay. Oh, man. Hey, look at all the bonus, though. Robs goes down right as I say it. They get blocked. Uh-oh. Hero smoker.
Damn it, covered in goo. Smoker, smoker. Big coming. This stuff burns, man.
Oh, man. Look at PP getting through.
Reloading.
Making it to the safe room here on Chapter 4. The GGs come out early.
There's a safe room in it. I'm a reload.
Amazingly done by both teams. Ave Mujica is going to be taking this one, but you got to give it to PP. So much resilience in the face of almost certain defeat. They send us packing with a beautiful quarter chapter here on Chapter 4 of the Parish. Everyone is leaving the server. We are not going to have open road. It is going to be Ave Mujica being crowned the winner of the Remnant Cup and the best team in China at the moment. I mean, the best teams in China were invited to this cup. We had representation from